What's going on, everybody? Kennybomb is in the building, and this is going to be the biggest week for Mortal Kombat 1 since this game was released, because Season 7 is starting off bigger than any other season ever has. And it doesn't stop there, because on Friday, we finally find out what's going on with Mortal Kombat 1 in Year 2. But why is Season 7 going to be so big? Well, let's talk about it.
Run, boy, they coming on.
So what can we expect from Season 7 of Mortal Kombat 1? Sure, we know some things for sure, and those things we will touch on today, but as we know, Netherrealm Studios will not hesitate to surprise us in good ways or bad ways. Last season, the seasonal shop was pretty much empty. The shrine was as well, but they did give us the option to actually pull multiple things at the same time in the shrine. So we get pleasant surprises and we get unpleasant surprises. This time, I guess we'll see. We got 2 days to find out, but what do we know for sure? One thing we know for sure is our seasonal boss will be Shang Tsung. Now, Titan Shang Tsung, I guess, the final boss of Mortal Kombat 1. They told us in the first trailer he was going to be that, and they weren't lying. We were surprised because we didn't believe him, but it actually was what it was. Looks like Shang Tsung is coming back, and he is taking over invasions this time, so I think this should be interesting. We started off with Shang Tsung as the final boss. We're ending it off with him as the final boss in Invasions. Another thing people have been asking me is this the final season of Invasions? Now, I haven't seen that anywhere. I'm not sure where you guys are getting that information from, but I'm hoping this is not the final season of Invasions, because if it is, it really doesn't give the people who come in here for the single player experience a reason to come back and play Mortal Kombat 1 anymore, unless we want to grind out and get in that Combat League thing. So I guess we won't have a choice unless they have a big surprise for us in Year 2 and they will be giving us some type of new mode. I'll definitely take a Crypt or a Conquest. Netherrealm, feed the people. Now, it has been confirmed that in Season 7, we will still be getting these seasonal skins. They did say specifically that they would be unlocked in Invasions. Even though they always have been unlocked in Invasions, we saw that more so last season than we ever have. So, will we get anything in the seasonal store at all? I don't know. Again, time will definitely tell. But we do know we will be getting these Revenant skins. Now, personally, I wasn't a big fan of the Revenant skins in Mortal Kombat 11 because just seeing so many characters on the select screen just washed out kind of sucks a lot of life out of the game. But you know what? I think they can be good in Mortal Kombat 1 if they do them right. They can't be too similar to the skins we got in the Tara season. And if this gives us like a proper zombie Liu Kang, then I'm all for it. I'm interested to see how these Revenant skins play out. We've seen both sides of the coin. These skins can come out really good, like they did in Reptile season, but they can also come out really bad, like they did in Melina season. But this is the last one, so they gotta know that they gotta cook this time to take us into Year 2 with a bang. Now, outside of skins and Shang Tsung, that's really all we know about the theme of Season 7, but let's go ahead and move on to the characters that will be added this season, because this time we don't just get one. We are starting off bigger than we ever did because we are getting 2 characters up front. The first one being a brand new Takeda Takahashi, who's no longer Kenshi's son. Takeda is now Kenshi's cousin, and this really shakes things up because Kenshi's no longer a combat kid. What does that mean for the other combat kids? If it means anything, I think it's going to be very interesting to find out. I thought this Takeda was going to be Takeda we saw at the end of Mortal Kombat 1 story, but no, sir, it is not. Again, this is a canon Takeda from Liu Kang's universe, who started off as a bad guy who was out to kill Kenshi, but Kenshi made him his son in this universe as well because he beat the brakes off of him, beat him near death, and then sent him off to the Shirai Ryu to get trained by Scorpion. Now, Takeda's a good guy. So we think. We'll see where his story goes from here. I'm not sure if they are going to include him in this expansion since he is story canon, or do they hold off and give us more about Takeda in Mortal Kombat 13? I'll be fine either way because the tower endings are canon now, so we should at least find out more about what he has going on there. But Takeda is not our only new character that we're getting added this time. This one is a cameo, and we really don't get story stuff on cameo. Sometimes they did pop up in the story, but we will be seeing Farah. Now, Farah from Mortal Kombat X, directly where Takeda is from, so them being added to the game together is pretty interesting. We did see Farah's gameplay and everything in Season 6 around that rollout because she was expected to be released there. Got her top pushed back, and now we will be finally getting Farah added to the game in Season 7. So, excited to get Farah back as well. Wish Tor was with her, but he is not. Maybe we see Tor in the game down the line. As a main character, as a cameo, I don't know. Wouldn't want to see him as a cameo, but I wouldn't mind him being rebuilt as a main character. So we'll see where we go from there. Now, the next thing we know is Invasions will have some updates. From what they tell us, it doesn't sound like it's going to be massive or big improvements, but again, last season they didn't tell us that we'd be getting a new Mesa, and they added a whole new Mesa there for Reptile. I don't expect that this time because Shang Tsung does already have his own Mesa, so I think we will end it off in there, which is my least favorite Mesa of them all. I don't know what it is, but Shang Tsung's Mesa just feels kind of small, easy to blow through, and I don't know, not much excitement in there. So, hey, it is what it is. Again, hopefully this is not the last season of Invasions unless we got something bigger coming, because this one just doesn't seem like it's much different than the previous seasons we had. One thing they did mention was the fact that we would be getting combo trials this time. I believe there'll be specific characters we have to do specific combos with. If you can't hit the combo, you blow up along with your opponent, or if they're going to throw the robots in there again, the robot will blow up. So we've seen something similar to that before. It's something new, so I'm looking forward to seeing how it goes. I'm hoping Season 7 has some of the harder missions like the Raiden missions we saw in Season 5 or the Johnny Cage boss battles we saw in Season 5, because I'm a glutton for punishment. I'm playing the Elden Ring DLC right now and I am getting cooked. And I'm trying to get cooked in Mortal Kombat 1 as well. So hopefully we end off Season 7 with some really hard stuff in there. Now, the next thing we know we'll see, and they told us about some of the characters who would be getting adjustments, but they obviously didn't tell us about all of them, because with this Takeda build at EVO, I've seen a lot of different videos going around showing off different buffs and different nerfs to these characters, so it should be interesting when we actually get the patch notes. I'm just glad that they are finally taking care of Sub-Zero, so we'll see how things shake out and how these characters end up in Year 2. Hopefully, we can get Sub-Zero at the top of these tier lists everybody makes. Now, one thing we thought we would be getting last season, but it didn't happen, it's definitely going to happen this season because they've actually teased even more. Hopefully, there's no way they pull this back again, because we saw the Scorpion skin teased last season with Farah. Farah's going to be added for sure, so I think we definitely get the Scorpion skin. Week 1? Should be week 1, but there's another one they showed off. My favorite skin in the game so far, we got the Mortal Kombat Sub-Zero movie skin. Now, do they drop all of these skins on us week 1, or do they push them out week by week? Because we don't get many updates during these seasons, I mean, if we look at the last season, they dropped the characters and the skins all in the same week, and we were pretty much on our own. We did get the Titan battle, but that's about it. I like when they release these skins week by week because it kind of keeps the excitement going around the conversation, but I do understand releasing them all at the same time, because if they don't, people dig into files and leak them all over the place anyway, so everybody knows what's coming. But I think it's still excitement when people are waiting for something, so I wouldn't mind if they dropped them week by week, as long as they drop the Sub-Zero skin first. But if they drop them all at the same time, we all get the skins right there, right up front, at the front of the season. So nothing really to complain about there anyway. But again, this is going to be a big week for Mortal Kombat 1. If you haven't played the game since the last season, it's time to jump back in. Again, I am getting whooped on Elden Ring, so this will give me a nice break to come in here, run through Invasions, check out all the new stuff they're adding, and then we will be on our way to Year 2. Speaking of such, I will be back on Thursday with predictions, hopes, dreams, and then we will be talking about the announcement as soon as it drops on Friday. But thank y'all for tuning into this video. Don't forget to drop a like on it. Can we get 500? And smash that subscribe button if you haven't already. If they live stream it, maybe I'll take off work so we can live stream it together. Let me know if y'all want to do that in the comment section. Bomb Squad, boof.